Welcome once again to the Ahern video podcast. Today I want to discuss when is the time to sell. I'm receiving a lot of telephone calls from clients and potential clients. I'm also receiving telephone calls from business brokers and investment bankers, and they're all saying the same tune. The market's hot, strike while the market's hot. You don't know when the market's going to change. As an analyst and a consultant and not a business broker and investment banker, I can tell you that the time to sell your business is when you are ready. Is the market active? Yes. But does that mean that you need to take advantage of the market at this time? Only if you're mentally prepared to let go, and only if your expectations are in line with market conditions. My firm analyzes companies on a daily basis to find out what their strike point is. And in many instances, their strike point or their value does not reach their expectations. More importantly than that, most trucking executives don't have a plan to exit the business. Their plan is either one, I'm going to turn it over to my children when I'm too old to work, or two, if things are going south or my health goes south, then I'm going to go ahead and put the company up for sale. Well, that's the wrong time to do that. You do need a plan. You do need an exit strategy. But foremost, you have to be mentally prepared to let go. We do a substantial amount of successor planning. We do a substantial amount of operational reviews. We do a substantial amount of sales and marketing programs, and we look at the cultures of businesses. When our clients come to us, they're not asking us to go in, locate a company, and do the contract negotiations, the due diligence, or any of that. They don't want us to do that. They want us to identify an opportunity and make sure that the seller is mentally prepared to let go and the seller's expectations are realistic. Now, to many people, they'll say, well, then, you really don't do anything. Well, actually, if you look in perspective, selling a company is like planning your own funeral. It's very difficult to let go. Recently, a good friend of mine called and he says, well, you're telling everybody else how to develop a successor plan. I don't see you have one. I said, but I do. And what is it? I said, I'm training my young people to continue to perpetuate the business when I exit the business. And I will eventually turn the business over to them. And he says, well, that makes sense. Are you sure you've got the right people? I said, daily I keep working on it. But the point I was making is that when you're healthy, and when you still have a desire, and you still have a passion for something, it's not age restrictive. So if you enjoy what you're doing and you're able to continue to create shareholder value for your business, but you don't know what you want to do, the first thing you need to do is develop an exit strategy now. And if that exit strategy means in 5 years you're going to exit the business, it's your business. You make a decision. Don't let your accountant make the decision for you. Don't let the attorney make a decision for you. Don't let the investment banker make a decision for you. Don't let the business broker make a decision. You do what you feel is comfortable. If you have children in the business, you have to decide which one of those children is going to be the leader. 9 out of 10 times it never happens because the parents are afraid that it's going to ruin the dynamics of the family. And it may. But then maybe you're telling yourself you shouldn't transfer the business to your children. But what I'm telling you is you have to be mentally prepared to let go. Is the market active? Yes. If you've got something to sell, should you consider it? Yes. But you should only consider it if you're ready. You should only consider it if the dynamics of what you want to accomplish meet the dynamics of what the buyer wants to accomplish. There's all types of different opportunities based upon the size, based upon your geographic footprint, based upon the type of mix of business you have. So consequently, my advice to you is sell when you're ready. If you have something to sell and you're mentally prepared to let go and you're realistically priced, it might be a good time right now to discuss with a potential buyer about letting go. But if you're not ready to let go, don't waste the time. More importantly than that, you have to make sure everything in your house is order. So if you go through a process, you make sure you cross the finish line. And that's the key. We do a lot of operational assessments for companies that are contemplating selling. They may be listed with an investment banker. They may be listed with a business broker. They may come to us and say, introduce us to a client. But they want to first know if they're going to cross the finish line. They want to know what the red flags are. They want to know what they need to do to create more value. And so part of the preparation is making sure that, one, you are prepared mentally. Number two, you are prepared financially. And three, you are prepared operationally. Until next time, thank you for attending the podcast.